What do a month after I saw Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny? Well, I review it. Duh.
This is the intro, bitch. So just watch my shit.
And that's what I'm talking about today. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Here's the thing. Growing up, my dad showed me Star Wars, not Indiana Jones. I actually discovered Indiana Jones while my dad was watching something on TV. It was the scene where he's on the front of the truck and like climbs under the truck as it's moving. I was like, what the fuck movie is this? This shit is cool. Okay, it's this thing called Indiana Jones. Your guy Han Solo's in it. And there's 3 of them. So at that moment, I fell in love with Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is my boy. He's up there with Han Solo as like cool characters for me. Here's how much I love Indiana Jones. For my birthday, my friend got me a package that is addressed to Dr. Jones. Inside that parcel was a lot of cool shit, including a journal. Not only is there a journal, but there's like maps. They feel like they're old. They're scans from the production. They feel like they're worn down. One of my favorite pieces that's in this whole little kit is the CIA forms of artifacts he's found. This one's for the Ark of the Covenant, see? The coolest part about this whole thing is his journal. Now, many people don't know this, but Harrison Ford actually wrote a journal as Indiana Jones. And the cool thing is, it's scanned in. The penmanship is really beautiful. The man writes elegantly. There's so much cool shit in this little kit that I had to give it props. Dylan, I don't know where you found it, but I love it, buddy. Thank you. But we're not here for Dylan to jerk off all over my face. We're here to talk about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. So let's do it. When the spoilers come up, I will say spoiler alert. But right now, let me talk about some certain aspects of this movie without going into spoilers. First 20 minutes of this movie, not a problem. The young, de-aged Harrison Ford looks awesome. He looks like young Harrison Ford. There is that glossy finish that the Uncanny Valley unfortunately brings to us when we use CG to de-age people. And he does sound like old, grizzled, 80-year-old Harrison Ford. That's another thing about this movie. Harrison Ford is 80. He's 80 years old. There was a joke in the last movie that Shia LaBeouf's character made.
For an old man, you ain't bad in a fight.
Thanks a lot.
What are you, like 80?
Funny enough, now he is. So Professor Jones is retiring, and on his retirement, you have a brand new character who made Indiana Jones the godfather of this girl. This girl is played by Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and a lot of people have an issue with her, you know, saying how she demeans Indiana Jones, tries to take power over him. Yeah, it's there, but I don't mind that in the movie. If it's done well, it's not a big deal to me. And Indy doesn't just sit back and take that shit like a bitch. And I like how spunky she is. That is really the only thing I can kind of describe her as. She has a lot of spunk, very high energy, very fun. And Harrison Ford isn't a curmudgeon bastard either. He still feels like Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones doesn't need to be replaced by anyone. You can't reboot Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is Harrison Ford, and Harrison Ford is Indiana Jones. There is no replacing him. It's like Michael J. Fox as Marty McFly. You can't replace that. It's just something about the time when those movies were made or that character that is synonymous with the actor. So stop trying to do it, Disney. Fuck off and leave my characters alone. Make new ones. The main story is former Nazis are looking for the Dial of Destiny so they can turn back time and kill Hitler because Hitler failed at creating a master race. So this former Nazi is going to kill Hitler and he's going to do it better than Hitler. But at the same time, Indiana Jones and Goddaughter are looking for the Dial of Destiny as well. They're just trying to keep it out of the Nazis' hands. By the way, I'm going to call the Goddaughter Phoebe because I don't remember her real name. And all the while, the space race is taking place. Fun fact about me, I love outer space. So seeing the space race as the backdrop to the setting is a lot of fun. Speaking of fun, action scenes. Indiana Jones is known for their action scenes. One of my favorites is in the first film. It's the scene that I talked about at the beginning of this video where he's on the whip and trying to get back onto the truck while the truck is moving at fucking 50 miles an hour. I like that shit because it's real. Harrison Ford actually did that. That man was built like a brick shithouse. Here he is in the second movie. Look at that arm and that chest. Now, I can't say any more without spoilers because the main thing I want to talk about is a spoiler. So for those of you who haven't seen the movie, I will say that Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is good enough.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was good.
Now we're going to talk about spoilers. There was a big part in this movie, and it's toward the end, the movie just stops being good. So Phoebe and Indiana Jones find the tomb of the guy that created the Dial of Destiny. But it's weird. On the side of his coffin, it looks like a bird. There's like a serpent in the sky, which is supposed to be smoke from the plane that's falling. And the bird has a propeller. Birds don't have propellers, guys. I hate to break it to you. Something's not right here. And then they open the tomb, and the guy's wearing a digital watch. Time wasn't invented back then, much less watches, much less digital watches. Something's going on with this tomb. But before they can get answers, Indiana Jones gets shot because the Nazis show up, and they kidnap Indiana Jones and Phoebe and put them on a plane, and they go through a wormhole in the sky that takes them back in time to like 210 BC to some like big Greek battle or some shit. I wasn't paying that much attention to it. I kind of don't like this movie as much the more I talk about it. But the big part comes, they meet the guy that created the Dial of Destiny. He has a half-complete one in his hands, and Indiana Jones is holding a shiny, gold, complete Dial of Destiny that works. So the guy knows it's gonna work. And Indiana Jones basically tells Phoebe, like, dude, let me die here. Let me see this. Indiana Jones loves history, guys. There's a reason the line, "it belongs in a museum," is so synonymous with his character. Because Indiana Jones is a lover of history. Just like I love Batman or Star Wars or Indiana Jones for this matter, all the multiple fandoms I'm a part of, if I was shot and dying and I got transported to one of those, yeah, let me die in the gutter in Gotham. He wants to die here. He wants to be a part of history. A collector of relics ultimately becoming a relic. And I thought what they were going to do was Indiana Jones was going to be the guy in the coffin. That's why he had the digital watch. And I think that was the original idea until Disney stepped in and is like, no. So she says, hey, I'm sorry for this. And she punches him hard enough to knock him out. I get he's 80, but damn, bitch. But he wakes up in his apartment in New York, all bandaged up and nice. And then Marion comes in with some groceries. Yeah, she's in this movie for 5 seconds. And they reenact the whole scene where it's like, hey, where doesn't it hurt? And he's like, here. And she kisses him on the elbow and he's like, here.
Hurts. Wow.
Well, God damn it, Indy, where doesn't it hurt?
Here. Here. This is too bad.
Really sweet. That is a sweet moment. It made me kind of smile like, oh, that's cute. Now, it does sound like I praise this movie a lot because there is a lot of good in this film. There's also a lot of shit. I just spent the past like 5 or so minutes talking about said shit because it's shit. This film left a bad taste in my mouth, and it's unfortunate that this is the last Indiana Jones film we're gonna get. But in the end, I will probably buy this movie on Blu-ray when it comes out, and I will say once again that Indiana Jones, the Dial of Destiny is good enough.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was good.
Hey y'all, post-review Jeff here. I forgot to wear my fucking hat, and I rambled for like 30 minutes, so I'm not gonna remake the whole review. Here's the hat. Do you like the new backdrop? Do you like the chair? Or do you prefer the one where I'm sitting in front of my computer? Let me know in the comments below. Y'all got floored.